This video is all about why it makes sense to change your own motor oil and a demonstration of exactly how it's done. I'm a big fan of DIY oil changes, and I've been doing it for more than 40 years. If you've never changed your own motor oil, there are 3 good reasons to make it part of your automotive life. Stay tuned for a detailed how-to lesson on this job. But first, reason number 1, changing oil saves time and hassle. In less time than it takes me to drive to an auto garage, the motor oil in my vehicles is fresh, new, and ready to go. The job takes about 20 minutes, 5 minutes of which are just waiting for the old oil to drain out. I never wait around at a shop, cooped up close with a bunch of strangers all twiddling their thumbs while someone else does the simple job of removing a drain plug, putting it back, then refilling with oil. That never made sense to me. DIY oil changes are easy, and if you enjoy your vehicles like I do, it's a great way to spend a few minutes in your off time. There's really nothing to it. Reason number 2, changing oil yourself ensures quality. Not all motor oils are created equal, and that's why you'll do your vehicle a favor if you learn to recognize the best motor oil and use it. Besides using an oil with a viscosity recommended in your owner's manual, all motor oils also carry a performance rating from the American Petroleum Institute. That's API. And you can see it here. The further along the alphabet you go with the letter after this S, the better that motor oil will perform. Currently, the highest rated motor oil for gasoline engines carries an SP rating. When you change your own oil, you can know you're using the best there is. I always do, and it certainly shows. My own road vehicles range from a 1990 F-150 to a 2009 Lexus. My highest mileage vehicle has more than 386,000 kilometers on it, and the original engine starts and runs just like new. My oldest vehicle of all, if you can call it that, is a 1953 Farmall Super H tractor, and after more than 70 years of work, it starts and runs perfectly. I'm sure a big part of this is the high-quality motor oil I use for every oil change. Mobil One offers one of the top brands of motor oil, and I trust it completely when I'm doing my own oil changes. They've got formulations for high mileage vehicles like mine with grades and types that make for easier cold weather starts, extended times between oil changes, and internal cleaning action that gets rid of sludge buildups. Reason number 3, changing your oil brings you closer to your vehicle. Whenever I'm under my vehicles to change oil, it gives me a chance to look around and see how things are doing. Does that plastic shroud need a new anchor button? How are the brake lines looking? Are the universal joints still tight? How are the exhaust heat shields holding up? Even if you don't know how to deal with these things yourself, at least you can give everything a once-over by eye. If you see anything that looks iffy, take your vehicle to a mechanic to have a look if you don't know how to deal with it yourself. Keeping an eye on things is one way to ensure your vehicle works well when you need it. How to change your own oil. You'll need a drain pan, a wrench to remove the drain plug, a funnel to put new oil in, and a wrench to remove and replace the old oil filter. And just to be safe and clean, you'll need eye protection and rubber gloves too. Here's how the job's done. Step 1, drain the old oil. Place your drain pan under the oil drain plug of your vehicle, loosen and remove the plug, then let the oil flow out until it stops. That generally takes about 5 minutes, and it's best to do this when the engine is warm so the oil drains more quickly and completely. Step 2, clean the drain plug. While oil is draining, clean the drain plug and get it ready for reinstallation. I always apply thread sealing liquid to drain plugs to ensure no leaking and to prevent the plug from vibrating out. Step 3, replace the oil filter. Remove the old oil filter, apply clean oil to the gasket of the new filter, then install it. Look at the instructions on the side of the filter to learn how tight to install it. Most canister filters call for 3/4 of a turn past gasket contact. Step 4, replace the drain plug and tighten it. Don't overdo the tightening since you don't want to strip the threads. Just make the plug tight enough to make the engine move a little bit as you put pressure on the wrench. Step 5, add the right amount of new oil. Most engines need about 5 liters of fresh oil, but add less to begin with and check the level on the dipstick after a few minutes. Oil level should be between the upper and lower levels on the stick. If you've added too much oil, remove the drain plug again and let a bit out. I also keep a little log book for each of my vehicles where I write down maintenance items and repairs done on different dates and mileages, including oil and filter changes. And to make my work official, I even have little stickers I put at the top of the windshield to remind me when the next oil change is due, just like from a real auto garage. This is a great way to never let it go too long between oil changes. Many of us have an emotional attachment to our vehicles, and I'm one. I find that the more things I do myself on my vehicles, the more I like them. It might sound crazy, but when I've just changed my own oil and I'm driving down the road, I get the sense that the engine is happy with new, high-quality lifeblood running through it. Never changed your own oil? Give it a try, and you'll see how easy it is. Keep doing it, and you'll see just how long that vehicle of yours can run like it's supposed to.